When I was 12, my parents sat me down at the kitchen table and told me that one day I'd grow up, get married, and belong to another family. I didn't fully understand at the time, but it stuck with me. Over the years, their words turned into actions. I was the only girl in the family, with one older brother, Joel. Fast forward to now, I'm 34, married, with a 7-year-old daughter named Lily. Joel's married too, with a 9-year-old son, Evan. For years, my parents have had a habit of subtly excluding me from family decisions. Holiday plans, house renovations, even things like who gets to borrow their car. They always went through Joel. I bit my tongue because I didn't want to rock the boat. My husband told me it was favoritism, but I told myself it was just a generational thing. Last Christmas, I finally saw it for what it was. We were at their house opening presents. My parents had gone all out for Evan. A bike, expensive Lego sets, a gaming console. Lily got a doll and a sweater that was 2 sizes too big. She smiled and said thank you anyway, which broke my heart. Then my dad raised a glass and said we're so grateful to have Evan. One day he'll take care of us when we're old. I laughed awkwardly and said, you mean both kids, right? Lily too. My mom gave me this tight little smile and said, oh honey, you know how it is. Lily will have her own family to look after. Evan will be here for us. The room went silent. Even Joel looked uncomfortable. I stared at my parents, waiting for them to say they were joking, but they didn't. My daughter sat there quietly, clutching her too big sweater, like she just realized she wasn't included in the picture they had of the future. That was the moment something snapped in me. I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I just started noticing things. The next day, I went by their house to drop off a dish we'd forgotten. My mom was outside talking to a neighbor and didn't see me pull up. I heard her laughing about how Joel's family is our real legacy and how girls just marry out. My blood went cold. I started paying attention to how they treated Lily compared to Evan. They offered to babysit Evan whenever Joel needed, but they were always too tired when I asked. They went to Evan's soccer games, but never to Lily's school recitals. They gave Joel money to remodel his kitchen, but ignored us when we mentioned saving for a down payment. I didn't confront them. Instead, I quietly stopped telling them things. Here's where my revenge comes in. My parents have a tradition of hosting a big family brunch every Easter. They brag about it to everyone. They've been doing it for 25 years, and neighbors, church friends, and extended family come. It's their thing. This year, about a month before Easter, my mom asked me to handle the invitations because she was too busy. She gave me the list of names and addresses. I said sure, but instead of sending paper invitations, I set up a private group message with everyone and explained there was a change of plans this year. I told them Joel had decided to host the brunch at his place instead, because he wanted to start his own tradition. I said my parents were so proud of him for stepping up and were taking a well-deserved year off. Everyone loved the idea. I didn't tell Joel. I didn't tell my parents. Easter morning came. My husband Lily and I had a quiet breakfast at home. Around noon, I started getting texts from extended family, thanking me for letting them know about the location change and how lovely Joel's house looked. Then Joel called me. He was frantic. 50 people had shown up at his house with casseroles and baked goods. He had no idea what was happening. I said, oh, mom didn't tell you? She said you were hosting this year. Everyone was so excited. I could hear my parents yelling in the background as Joel put me on speaker. My mom screamed, we never said that, and my dad bellowed about how I'd ruined Easter. I calmly said, you made it very clear Lily isn't part of your legacy. Consider this my way of stepping aside so you can focus on Evan and Joel's family, just like you wanted. Then I hung up. I didn't answer when they called back. I didn't respond to their texts. A week later, Joel came over to talk. He wasn't mad, just overwhelmed. He admitted he'd been uncomfortable with how our parents treated us for years, but didn't know how to stop it. He also told me they'd been humiliated in front of everyone, and now they were furious with both of us. I just said, now you know how it feels to be left out. My parents haven't spoken to me since. I haven't reached out either. So am I the wrong one here?